trapped within you again. How come I am the one who's enslaved by you now? Then I hear you whisper to me that you never would leave me be. I can feel my body echoing for you now.
Do you know what you do to me? It's like a fantasy, I wanna never leave. But isn't it a little funny that you're the one controlling me?
Okay, so we have stuff to do. Let's see here. There's an ending video. I can't see the ending video! Ah! That sucks. Oh, so tempted to click on bloopers, but I won't. Okay, so James. We have 2 more with James. What did we miss? I think we're just gonna replay James's route again and see... Wait, what? Wait, no, what? The hell's... Oh, that's us! Oh. Like, who the hell? Alright. So... Yeah. I'm just gonna replay the thing again. Just gonna, like... load it from a point. Yeah. What if I didn't... Yeah, I think we're supposed to call him. What is going... The fuck was that about? What were you guys doing? Get out of here. Nobody likes you, you whore. Where's my paper? Okay, and we're gonna barge in and set her straight! I decided to be assertive and quickly stepped into the room, throwing the door to the study wide open. Diana and James looked at me in surprise as I glared daggers at Diana. Get out!
Well, little human. You're awfully nosy in business that doesn't concern you.
It's my house! Okay. Safe here. It does, yeah!
I think a human would understand the importance of this affair.
James just... You're asking him to leave to be someone he doesn't want to be. That's not going to happen.
And what makes you so sure about that?
I don't know. I think the answer's pretty obvious, but... We're just gonna... I love him! We've only known each other for 10 episodes, but I love him! Diana stared in shock at my exclamation. There's a cat up on a shelf whining at me. Hey, Jasper, stop! Poke. Okay. Diana stared in shock at my exclamation. Yeah, I said that already. Was it not what she expected? I didn't care what she expected. I wasn't gonna lose the man I'd grown to love.
You love him?
Yes! Yes, I love him! Diana's lip twitched, the edges curling into a amused smirk. She stared.
A human's love isn't enough to understand the situation.
Juice left.
A demon can never reciprocate human feeling.
You want to bet? To both of our surprises, however, James stepped forward and put an arm around me, pulling me close to his body.
I love her.
Woo! I saw the confidence Diana had shattered in her eyes as she stared at James and his words. I could see the struggle in her face to try and find some weakness in James and me. Anything.
Demon love a human. Impossible.
Impossible?
It's only impossible because you don't have the capability to love.
Ouch.
This woman has given so much to shelter me and my brothers and has given me her heart to cherish. I'd rather care for this woman for the rest of my days than spend an eternity on the demon throne. Especially if the queen is you.
Oh, James! Diana took a step back, physically feeling the sting of James' words in her chest. She had lost. She could see it in her eyes. Diana's eyes grew dull as she glared at me and James. It seemed almost uncharacteristic of her, yet it was something I wasn't surprised to see come to her face.
Very well. Fine. Valet.
Valet! I don't know what that means. Bye! And with that, Diana faded into the ground into a purple pentagram, crossing her arms and almost looking upset. I had a hiccup. James and I were left alone, left with the silence in the room. I finally let out the air I was unconsciously holding in my chest, relaxing from the ordeal. James stepped to me and held me gently, surprising me.
Are you okay?
Well, I nodded in response, unable to speak so immediately after being surprised. James let out a sigh, relaxing in the embrace. Sorry, I'm really happy for some reason. I gently placed my hand around him, returning the embrace slightly. I wasn't sure what to do. All of this was spinning my head in circles before I decided to simply look up at the man holding me. James smiled back in response. James gently leaned in and kissed my forehead before slightly pulling away from the embrace.
You need to rest still.
How long do I need to rest? I'm not broken. James then wrapped an arm around my shoulder and lowered his other arm underneath my knees. I easily held onto him, lifting me up like a blushing bride. Oh, we already read this. Kind enough to... Okay. He's throwing me into the bed and stuff. Okay. Okay.
I will not leave here empty-handed.
Tried open my eyes, but I felt eyes remained shut. Okay. What's Diana doing? From my body, put her from the bed, over in the quake and fear. I wanted to scream, my voice was frozen. Felt Diana move an angle. Moved to angle her face over mine.
Well, if I can't return home with the...
We already did this. We already did this. We already did this. Uh-huh. What? No, what? 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 No. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't! No, it wasn't! What are you doing? No. 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 James, no. You fucking fuckerson. Come on, give me what I want. Damn you. Doing this again. Maybe I have to start from the... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. No. No. Yes, I'm super uber positive. New game. What's your name? Doing this right. We're doing this right, team. Yes, keep running. What am I doing wrong? I'm getting all the heartsies. I'm getting all the heartsies.
Does it?
Yeah, bitch.
I wasn't lying, you know.
What did I do different? I looked up at James, wondering what he meant what he said. James smiled down at me, moving a strand of my hair from my face to look down at me.
I love you. I love every single fiber of you. Your mind, your body, your soul.
What did I do different?
Quite possibly the most interesting woman I have ever met.
What the
You
fuck?
always find your way into my mind.
Did I do different? I stared wide-eyed, blushing like a maniac. Was this real? No way! This couldn't be real. Was James confessing to me? Confessing his love? Oh my god. James gently smiled and caressed my cheek. The warmth of his hand invited me to nuzzle into it. I closed my eyes. This wasn't a dream. My heart was pounding to the point where I was sure James could hear it. James gently leaning, closing his eyes, and stopped, however, remaining just a mere... What is that word? An inch away from my lip. He wanted me to show my feelings toward him, so he left himself open for me to kiss him, leave him empty. Over. The power I had was unbelievable. You fucking kissed that bastard. What? I loved him and wanted to give exactly what he wanted. I gently leaned in and letting my lips finally touch his gingerly. James let out an almost... I don't want to do this again. Blushing purr against my lips before wrapping both of his arms around my waist, pulling me closer to him. I moved my arms up and around his neck, feeling the kiss between the deep and heated height. My chest was pounding, making me feel and see fireworks in my mind. James was everything I desired. He was the man I wanted, demon or not. Could they have kids? It was so supernatural. Supernatural. To fall in love with someone so quickly. Maybe it was the sense of magic I was thrown into. Maybe it was the Cupid playing with my heart. Either way, I found myself melting at the thought of him being with me. I found myself combing my fingers through James's hair and making the man holding me softly tremble at my touch. That's... Goddamn. He gently nibbled on my lower lip, asking me to deepen the kiss between us further. Okay. I easily teased him before finally opening. Kill me! His tongue gently danced in mine, with mine. One of his hands slid up my back and cradled my head. Oh, are we finally doing the sexy thing? Gently leaned my body back, making me cling to him as the heat of our kiss rose higher and higher. Gently, though, James slowed the kiss and pulled away, staring down at me. His eyes burned for me, wanting me to melt and buckle in his arms. I could feel myself melt away. Why are we always doing this in here? James opened his mouth to speak, but as a very small blush, why can I not talk, ran along his cheeks. Is my cat still moaning? He was reduced to shy silence. I stared as he tried to find the words to say in my eyes. I knew exactly what he wanted. He didn't need energy though, right? Are you?
No.
I need drink. I stared wide-eyed, feeling a blush on my cheeks grow. He didn't say anything more, but I knew what words would have followed if he continued. He wanted me. I was stunned that I was appealing to him. Was I that appealing to him? Was his passion really that deep for me? James gently lifted my head and kissed my forehead, losing the blush and finally being able to speak.
If you don't want to, we don't have to.
You know I want to. Sorry. Oh, this episode's a goddamn mess. I'd feel my mind go numb and purr at the idea. A moment with an incubus. He was a demon of sex, the purest form of lust and desire. My world would rock and I would enjoy every second. Shut up! At the same time, I was indeed inexperienced. Diana wasn't wrong when she claimed me to be innocent. Did I want to give that innocence to him, especially this early? I found myself forgetting the words yes and no. What could I say to him? I knew that I knew what I wanted, but how to say it without breaking the moment. I couldn't believe the two words came out of my mouth. It made the most sense to tell him. Yeah, I wanted him. I didn't even say the first line. Those two words must have made something in him finally break. Did I even make the right choice there? I don't even know. James quickly resumed the kiss with me to reach eagerly and kiss back and pull him closer to my body. The heat inside of my chest was craving his touch, and I needed to deny any space between us. James lowered a hand and brought... My eye just got... And brought one of my legs around his waist as he lowered his other hand to my waist. Without breaking the kiss, I gripped his shoulder and jumped off my feet, wrapping both my legs around him, making him hold me up. Good thing you're not heavy. His touch kept raising my need for him higher and higher, my eyes still itching, bringing my mind to desire that was buried in the back of my mind. James held me close, kissing me deep and making me moan against his lips. I could feel our bodies sink into the ground, noticing the gentle gold glow penetrate through my eyelids. Penetrate. Oh god, sorry. Oh, good. The bedroom. Great. My eyes so itchy. Before I could open my eyes over, I felt our bodies fall on a familiar bed. Oh, with James landing on top of me. That's great. Didn't mean to do that. Meant to actually do this. Not that either. Meant to actually do this. Fucking hell. Oh, they look awful happy. Stared up at James Where am I? I stared up at James as he pulled his face slowly away from mine. His eyes are almost glowing in the dark room, piercing my soul and making me shiver in anticipation. He effortlessly removed his gray sweater and a red tie, leaving him in a tightly fitted white button up over me. I could practically feel the heat of his skin through his thin fabric. However, as he held me, I could slightly feel the shiver of his hands. He was nervous. Was I his for? Come on. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't going to show it. He wanted me to enjoy this moment, but was afraid of screwing up. Yeah! This is so awkward. His shivering hand showed me motions perfectly. I gently reached up and brought his head down, kissing him once again. Wanted to show him not to worry. The pleasure between us would be heavily. I closed my eyes, gave himself to James. My body and mind, soul, it all belonged to him as he held his body and mind. I gotta stop yelling, and his soul. It all belonged to me as I gave into his embrace. His kisses, fingers all over my skin would forever engrave themselves in my memory, and our passion rose through the incredible heights. Our breaths and moans to each other. God damn it. Equally sounded and echoed like a blissful chant we never wished to end. We kept moving, loving, feeling every inch of our bodies. until we had had enough, and I was enveloped in his embrace. Skin to skin, heartbeats matching, we held each other in the glow of the aftermath. I nosed my head under James' chin as he held me close.
I love you so much.
That was great! Best experience of my life! 10 out of 10, James. Love you, babe. Just to hear those words come from James' mouth and my heart fluttered to hear me answer made my soul warm in glee. I give you both of us sink into a peaceful sleep together. It was the best sleep I had had in days. I was happy. I had love and I had happiness. Not virginity, though. We don't have virginity anymore. My life was simply perfect. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring into James' bare chest. I blushed but looked up to see James still sleeping. His sleeping face made me giggle softly, but the reality of the situation made my heart flutter. I couldn't believe it. I was lying next to... Get out of here, fly. I was lying next to a man I had grown to love with all my heart. His warm embrace made me feel sick. Go away, fly. You're ruining the moment. You're ruining this moment. It's a great moment. In the tender moment we just shared replayed in my head. I couldn't help but smile and nuzzle into his chest further. Unconsciously, he held me tighter in his body, giving me more of his warmth. It's a little hot in here. I didn't want to move, but then my core suddenly tightened and made me sit up without waking the man next to me. I felt my legs move and bring me to the balcony window, where I opened the glass and stepped out onto the patio. Are you wearing clothes? Oh, God. I stared wide-eyed at Diana, who sat cross-legged on the railing of my balcony, with her glowing red eyes staring up at me. I opened my mouth to object, but Diana stopped me.
Before you get all huffy, I didn't come here to take your precious man away.
Well, babe, you didn't come here to take my virginity either. It's
By
gone.
the way, how was it exactly? Demons are the best lovers, after all.
I guess. I mean, we can't really compare it. I glared. What do you want?
Well, I just wanted to see how you truly feel. You know, without him around to influence you.
What?
I'm giving you an opportunity to come clean about these feelings of yours, and to give you your salvation.
What? What? This was beyond crazy. Nothing she had done made sense. Why was I still alive at this rate? What's keeping you from just killing me and taking them?
You are not worth my time.
Not worth your time. What are you, afraid of something might happen? All at once, felt my body being lifted in the air. Great! It moved over past the railings, leaving me with nothing but ground below to threaten me with a collision of death.
Oh, trust me, dear. I'm not afraid to kill you. I can drop you right now and leave your body to rot until the morning, when the boys would find you.
I wanted to speak, but the thought of her letting go and letting me fall to my death scared my voice into silence. Diana then chuckled and rolled my body back to the balcony, sending me down gently.
Alas, if I kill you, then the boys would never come with me willingly back to the demon world, and then I'd have to chase them all around the world, or kill them and drag them back. Then their father wouldn't be happy, and blah blah blah. Too much work.
Diana seemed very business-oriented, as if the boys were cargo more than men. It irked me, but she then smiled.
I'm giving you one chance to denounce your love for the demon in your bed, and let me take him and the other boys back to the demon world.
And may I ask, why would I do
There
that?
are so many reasons why, actually. There's the reason that he's a demon and you're a human, so you two can never truly have
Love has no race!
after. Then there's the reason that demons truly do not know how to love, despite what he may proclaim. The list goes on and on.
Why should I believe
The
you?
point is, if you give me the boys, I will promise you eternal happiness.
With you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. How about no?
That's right. I have the power to give you anything you desire. Power, men, women, money, fame.
I don't want women.
Name it, and it's yours. A
Maybe
demon
one.
never goes back on their word, and I have the power to obtain anything you wish. Our deal is our contract.
I don't want to make a deal with the demon. I could only stare in shock. This was a dream. It had to be. However, Diana smiled. Whew. Take a breath there. Diana smiled an almost genuine smile at me, shaking me to reality of the situation. She would never smile like that.
Don't you wish to be free of your destiny? Your father constantly berating you to become the next CEO of your grandfather's company.
How did you... I was almost floored and surprised. How did Diana know about all this? She was succubus, yes. But how could she know anything beyond sexual desire? She wasn't Damien. True. Diana chuckled and leaned back against her
Just
arms.
because I play with hearts and sex doesn't mean I don't know my way around the human mind. You happen to be an open book of information. But I digress. I can give you your
No privacy.
freedom with ease. It'll be like you were always meant to have it. All I ask is that you hand over the boys. What do you say?
Was I seriously being given the choice? The man I left for anything I wanted? A demon like Diana was powerful enough, yes, but did I even want to consider giving up the man I loved? No! She must have been crazier than I thought. I glared. Absolutely not. Diana sighed and stood up onto the railing. What I wasn't expecting of her lifting me in the air. I tried to scream, but my voice suddenly became locked in silence. What? Diana made me float over her, and she smirked with a touched
Well,
nose.
if I can't return home with the boys, I might as well return home with the power to fight back.
Yeah, we've been through this. Kissing and stuff. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
May you never...
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Good. Walked back inside and gently crawled back into bed within the embrace of the safest arms I knew. I snuggled close to the warmth. Ow! Before closing my eyes. Owie! I hurt myself. And the rest of the story is that. Great. 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 Awesome. What?
Where are you now?
Uh-huh. I wouldn't change anything. Alternating, kissing.
Come, I have a surprise for you.
What? Owie! Fuck, I keep hurting myself. I raised an eyebrow, a surprise. What the heck was he plotting? James simply took it and kissed my
I
forehead.
promise you'll love it.
Did a puppy. Deciding to go along with it, I nodded and stood up. James gently took my arm under his and led me out of the bedroom. What? I stared in shock at the path of golden rose petals lining the floor, creating a pathway from the door. James led me down the golden rose path as if it was all part of his plan. Bro, what are you doing? James didn't answer. He continued to lead me down the stairs of the library where the path wound into the dining room. I stared in shock as I saw the table set with candles and a large bouquet of golden roses decorating the middle. James, I feel sort of undressed, you know?
There's nothing wrong with how you look now. You're beautiful no matter what clothes you are in.
Oh, that voice is so beautiful. I couldn't help but let a red blush paint my face, making James chuckle once again. He led me to my seat, where I was greeted with a plate of shrimp pesto on the table. James!
Remember what that is?
Damn it! The first choices made all the difference in the end! Oh my gosh, that's amazing! Of course. That, sir, is a shrimp pesto dish. James laughed and smiled. I smiled back at him, feeling nostalgia run over my heart. Giddy happiness bubbled as I looked up at the man I had loved. Still loved, though. You had made it when we first met, when you and your brothers were apologizing for getting blood in the lobby. Yeah.
Well, it was more than that we had to apologize for, but that was the gist of it, yes.
That was gist, not jest. How could I forget? What's this all about? James gently bent forward and kissed my forehead sweetly, making me giggle slightly.
You are such a wonderful woman. I can't believe that I can love someone this much. You have changed my whole world, and now you have become my everything.
Damn.
I practically get scared waking up every morning in case this is all just a blissful dream.
This is so beautiful. James. Before I could speak further, James gently placed his fingers on my lips, touching me. Before he caressed my cheek, I nuzzled into his hand, almost purring at the feel of the warmth against my cheek.
I love you, and I will never stop loving you. No matter what comes our way, I promise to be there for you as long as time keeps moving. I want to be yours forever.
Oh my god! Oh, it's so beautiful! Oh. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart is... Goodbye, heart. Before I could realize what was going on, James slowly got down on one knee beside me and took out a small black box. He lifted the top of the revealed beautiful ring with a purple gem, crowned with gold and purple embellishments. I stared, my mind instantly freezing in surprise at the sight, felt my eyes water at the immense feelings bursting inside my chest.
Love you, Miss Anderson.
Damn it.
Marry me.
Damn it. Sexo Anderson. I was speechless. I felt myself break and start to weep in joy. Was this happening? This had to be a dream. I mentally begged every single deity in the sky to never wake me up from if that was the case. I felt my tears trying to speak and answer his question. I didn't want to leave him in the dark. I didn't I want him to be on the ground for too long. Yes! I stood up crying and jumping in joy as James smiled the biggest smile I'd ever seen on his face and slid the ring on my finger as it finally ended its upward journey. Okay. At the curves of my finger, James stood up and took me into his arms, kissing me and saying my words. I had gained the heart of a demon. No, the man I loved. I vowed to cherish him and love him for the remainder of my days and beyond. Could a demon love a human forever? I knew James would. And that was my happily ever after. End. James Proposal T. New password. Demon... Okay, what does that do?
Innocent ignorance. Tell me, did you get your way? Sing your sweet melody. Bear the burden of the choices that you made. Go on, chase the morning with your heart. The worst is over now. You're moving on. 'Cause in the end, when your story's over, then you'll love the path you've walked on all along. Fly high, let your fingers touch the sky. Your journey's far from over. There's a million stories left to write. Be free to explore the life you seek, to embrace the love you carry. Know the choices that you made were right. Find regret inside. Don't let the pain take over your life. Soon you will see that you are free. Take the future in your hands now. It's in your sight. Go on, there's no better time to start. Your path is clearer now, urging you on. Don't be afraid, all the fear inside will fade. The trials that you face will make you strong. Fly high, feel the wind blow as you fly. Your journey's not yet over. There's 100 battles left to fight. Be free to be who you want to be. Love, you have just one life only. Know the choices that you make are right. Touch the sky. Your journey's far from over. There's a million stories left to write. Be free to explore the life you seek, to embrace the love you carry. Know the choices that you make.